Okay, so we're going to do a quick video on how to make an animation for our little mitosis meiosis project in biology here. So, okay, so let's first, like they all seem to have, they do this in a circle that indicates the cell. So here we go. We're going to click on Insert, Shape. Here's my oval. And we can make this into a circle. There's our circle. Now, well, maybe we don't want the yellow. Here's our different fills. So we could change it by picking a lot of different colors, or we could just go to the white, click on that. Fine, we've got a white circle. Now, a lot of times they have little squiggly lines like that to indicate our chromosomes. So that's also a shape. We're going to go to Insert, Shapes, and I like the squiggly line right there, okay? And this will let us make whatever we want. And if it's still there, there's my squiggly line again. And let's make a double-stranded chromosome, okay? Now, sometimes we might want to indicate that even though these two chromosomes, let's just say this one and this one, are the same, we might want to indicate that they are sort of homologous pairs. So let's select this guy, bring it over by this one, and then let's just change the color. Shape outline, we'll change line color. So let's make that one blue. So we could say that these are a homologous pair. Maybe I would have liked to make them almost identical, but what would this be? This would be like on this gene, we have the gene for height, and we have that means that if these are homologous, the gene for height would be on this chromosome as well. But on this chromosome, yeah, there's a gene for height, but it might be the short gene, and this gene for height might be the tall gene. So the same, it's going to code for the same trait, but it might not be the same. So this one, if that's got the gene for eye color, well, we can say Control C, Control V, make another copy of that here. Let's move that. Whoa, undo that. And let's move that over. And so we'll say, okay, these are homologous pairs. So that means if this has the eye color gene, let's say it's got the brown eye color gene. Let's go to Shape Outline. Let's make it brown just so we remember that. Let's see if we can find brown. That's as close as I can get. And then let's say this is the blue eye color gene. So again, they're both coding for eye color, but they're homologous pairs. One is brown eyes, one is blue eyes. Of course, a homologous pair could have, both of them could have brown eye genes. You just don't know. So the point is that homologous pairs code for the same trait, but they may not be identical. In fact, they are generally not identical. All right, so we've got our chromosomes here, and we've got our cell here. We want to make these guys move around. So let's put our chromosome in the box, and where did that thing go? Let's move this and see. Oh, there it is. It's behind. Right click and go to Send to Back, and we'll put that circle all the way in the back. All right, now let's take these guys and let's bring them over and put them in here. Okay, so, but, in chromosomes, or in, mitosis and meiosis, and, I may want to do some of this while moving this out. It's not letting me grab this as easily. Put that right next to it. What happens? In some parts of the of mitosis and meiosis, the chromosomes move around and they pull apart. So let's just show part of my meiosis where homologous chromosomes separate. Remember, in a human cell, you'd have 46 chromosomes. But let's take this cell that only has 4 chromosomes. In stage 1 prophase of or meiosis 1, what we have is we go from having a total of 4 and we get down to 2. Well, how does that happen? The homologous pairs separate and go to opposite sides. Well, let's animate this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the chromosome I want, and I'm going to go up to animation and click here, and at the bottom, custom path. And I'm just going to click on this guy and go over, and it moves over. And so let's do that custom path again. Oops, I need to select my to escape. Now I'm going to select this one, and there, custom path, click, double click to finish, and they moved up opposite directions. Fine. Let's go ahead and move this back here, and let's play and see what happens. And notice one moved and then the other one moved. But in real life, they would be moving at the same time. What we do here is we would click on this number 2. And see this drop-down menu over here. And we would say start with previous, meaning we're going to do them both at the same time. Meaning 2 will start with 1. They're going to happen at the same time. Let's play it now. Nice. It didn't do anything. Let's try this. Okay, so it had separated. Then we're going to need to click every one of these drop downs and say start with previous. Start with previous. Start with previous. Let's try now. Why are we missing one of these? Start on click. Start with previous. Start with previous. Start with previous. Let's just do the slideshow from current slide. And it actually was working. So what we needed to do, let's escape. We just needed to tell each one of these to start with previous. And it made them, it happened simultaneously. So that should be enough to get you started on doing an animation of one of the stages of mitosis or meiosis in PowerPoint.